Hello, I'm Amy Miller. I'm hopping on live today to talk about what you can do, one thing that may be challenging you if you are feeling stuck in the interview process and what you can do about it. And I want to talk about untrue beliefs that may be holding you back. And if that's something that you're curious about, whether you are actually going through the interview process or not, stay tuned in because the concepts that I'm going to talk about here can actually be carried over and related to other areas in your life where you feel held back as well. But of course, we're going to talk about the interview process. If you are feeling stuck, is an untrue belief potentially holding you back? And I'm going to share how to identify, how to find out if that's one of your challenges, and then how to identify what that untrue belief is. I'll share some examples, and of course, I'll speak to why it is important to identify and overcome these deeper challenges, and then how you can shift it. Okay, so exciting stuff. And remember, awareness creates change. So I feel like if you're tuning in and this sounds like, I feel like this can sound like a daunting topic, because recognizing, looking at ourselves and understanding where we are holding ourselves back is hard, but it doesn't have to be as hard as it sounds. Okay, so stick with me and let's dive in here. And this topic is coming up from working with past clients and also from speaking with candidates, and then that I'm working with in the interview process. And then also myself. Of course, I have areas in my life where, some areas are really going great. And I bring it back to what is my belief system there? And then in the areas that are not, okay, what is my belief system there? So let's talk about first how to identify if this is you, if you're feeling stuck in the interview process or somewhere else in your life, and maybe you have an untrue belief system. So how do you figure that out? And then how do you identify it? Pay attention to your emotions. Think about an area in your life that when you think about that area, or just a thing that maybe bugs you in society or with other people, I like to say focus on the frustration, because that's a lot of times where the answers are, and then sometimes new directions. But think about something that makes you feel bad when you think about that thing. So this likely means you have some kind of negative connotation, emotion associated with that thing. And because there are areas in your life that I bet you feel really good about when you think about things that you enjoy doing, that when you think about those things, it conjures up, you just naturally, without any effort, conjure up a very positive, abundance mindset, success-oriented kind of happy emotions. And then areas where you're not quite where you want to be, or with something that you consistently struggle with, I bet when you think about that thing, it brings up bad emotions where you don't feel good. And you want to pay attention to that. We don't want to ignore the emotions, and we don't want to judge ourselves. So now that's how to work to start identifying what the untrue belief system might be. Pay attention to emotions, how you feel about certain things, okay, and or certain situations or scenarios. Now let's look at some specific examples. I had a client a while back that I learned how to challenge an untrue belief around money. So you likely have heard people talk about money mindset, having a positive money mindset, having a negative money mindset. And the reason that this became apparent to me that this client was dealing with this as a challenge is because when he would speak about other people that made a lot of money, there was a negative, bad association with those people. There was a judgment. And the reason that can hold you back, if that's you, and I'll share some other examples as well, it may not be you, but you can still take and apply the concept, is because if you think, for example, money is bad, you're going to then be closed off to ideas and opportunities where you can make more money because of the emotion, the energy you're carrying with you around that situation. So that's one thing. You could just be shut down to opportunities and then not see the opportunities when they come. Or you could try for the opportunities. You could say, I want to make more money. But the belief is that you can't or you don't deserve. And I want to come back to that in a moment, that don't deserve, because I think that that's what the untrue belief system stems from. I don't deserve to have this thing that, if I'm really being honest with myself, I really want. Okay, so you either are going to be closed off and shut down and not therefore see opportunities, or where you can make more money, or maybe you do try, you do admit that you want it, you do go after it, but the energy you're bringing is not believing in yourself, not believing that you deserve to have that. So where's your confidence going to be going into that interview, for example? People want to hire confident people. People want to be around people that have good energy. And so maybe you're good to be around in areas and in situations where you've got a positive abundance kind of mindset in that area. But if you are carrying also our beliefs, how we feel about ourselves and our ability to achieve something, to get something, if it exists, if we can have it, our beliefs influence our actions. So you're either going to not try for that promotion or that opportunity where you can make more money because deep down you don't think that you can, or that you deserve to, or you're going to come nervous and not confident. And so that's the energy that the interviewer, for example, is going to be picking up on, and that's going to hold you back in the interview process. Before I share some other examples, I want to come back to the believing whether or not you believe you deserve to have what you truly want. So a lot of times clients or not a lot, but sometimes clients will say to me, will bring up fear of success. And you probably have heard that before. I've heard that before. I'll be honest, I don't think I believe in that. I don't really understand what that means. So I'm going to challenge it and say that it's actually deeper than fear of success, and that it is likely instead fear that you don't, or feeling like you don't deserve that thing. And now tying the not deserving into the untrue belief system is, likely we've all had not so good experiences at some point with someone in some situation in our younger years. And then from there, what we do is we develop, it stimulates a bad feeling, a bad emotion, and then we develop an untrue belief around that. Like if you were raised in a household where there was a negative money mindset in the household, for example, then you're carrying that with you. It was put there by somebody else. And then, this is just an example, then what we do is we come up with a kind of a defense mechanism, a pattern, a way to deal with that challenge, that uncomfortable emotion. When we're younger, we haven't had a lot of experience. We don't have healthy habits in place, understanding how to deal with things. So we develop a pattern, and then we take this pattern with us throughout our lives, and it continues to hold us back until we start experiencing problems. These are surface level problems, like I can't get promoted, I'm getting stuck in the interview process, I'm not happy in my job, I feel unhappy in my relationships. These problems are popping up to draw your attention back to that deeper rooted issue, the untrue belief system. And that's happening so that you can change it. We cannot solve a problem that we don't know is there. This is why it's important to allow yourself to feel your emotions and to sit with the discomfort. And a lot of us don't do that. I'm good at that. I've been doing that for many years. And then what happens is it gets comfortable. The uncomfortable gets comfortable. And that's where the solutions are. You want to figure out the why behind the what. And then you're going to be able to start making some shifts there. But I'm kind of jumping ahead. We're going to talk about shifts in a little bit here. So one example, money mindset. Another example might be not feeling valued in your job. And you want to feel valued. But maybe you were taught in a certain experience. I'm not saying it always has to be a parental figure. It could be, bullies at school or an earlier job or something like that, where something happened where maybe you didn't feel valued. And maybe you were taught that I don't have value and I have to just settle for feeling not valued. And so then this is going to hold you back. I don't have value, this untrue belief system. And then you're not going to necessarily, again, you're going to either be closed off and shut down to opportunities that you would otherwise see if your mind were open, because you believed that you can achieve and that you do deserve, right? So another one might be promotion. Okay, so you want to get promoted, but you don't believe that you deserve that, even though you know that you have value to bring. But if you don't believe that you deserve it, then you're not going to try for that thing. Or it could be another example, work-life balance. I got this one recently. Somebody wanting a client conversation where they wanted a better work-life balance, and they were getting stuck in the interview process. And if you're not, I think with this particular example, this individual consistently puts others before themselves. Okay, so they're holding themselves back with this belief system that they don't deserve to have a well-balanced life and the things that they want. So they consistently put others before them. And so these are just some examples of untrue beliefs where that could be holding you back. So yours might be something different. And again, how you're going to discover what untrue belief you might be carrying with you is to pay attention to your emotions, get curious about the areas and the topics maybe and the situations where you consistently feel challenged and unhappy. And then dig a little bit deeper and see if you can think back to earlier memories where you maybe felt that. And then keep digging and see if maybe you can think about a very much earlier experience that maybe actually shaped that untrue belief system. Okay, so that's how you identify if an untrue belief system is holding you back and what it is specifically for you. And it may take some digging and it may take some thinking about it, and it may take a few tries, but keep going, because this is very important. And then we talked about the examples. Now let's talk about why it's important, how this could be holding you back. If, again, well, I said it already, so I'll just say it again. Our mindset, your thoughts and emotions around certain things influence your actions, whether or not you take action, and then the energy behind the action that you take when you do. And then your actions create your results. So you create your life. This is how we create our life. And this can sound like a tough pill to swallow, taking responsibility for this, but the great positive other side of this concept is that the positive things in your life also you created, meaning you have the ability to make that shift here, to create change here in the area in your life that's holding you back, whatever untrue belief system you may be carrying around. And now, so hopefully all of that makes sense so far. So now I'm going to talk about how you start to make that shift. I like to say that you are your own science experiment. From your own experience, you have scientific proof of what you are capable of. So how you can start to shift the areas in your life that are not working is first by shifting your mindset. Well, first you identify, and then you work to shift your mindset. So first, let's establish some proof that you're capable of doing this. What you want to do is think of an area in your life where you do feel that positive emotion, where you do believe in yourself, where you do have consistent success, where everything you try in that area you always get, and you have absolutely no doubt in that area. You know that success is going to come for you in that area. It could be your fitness goals. It could be how you take care of yourself with your diet. It could be in your career, and maybe you struggle in another area of your life. So it can be different for each of us. But then what I want you to do is think about the emotion that is behind the actions that you take. Well, okay, so first identify the area that you feel really good about, really strong about. Then identify the emotion, actually label it. How do I feel when I think about this part of my life that's going well? I feel confident. I feel proud of myself. I feel capable. I feel strong. I feel assured. Label I feel inspired. I feel energized. I feel happy. Whatever it is, label the emotion. And then I want you to think about, just take one specific example, experience, a success story in that area. And you likely have many. Take one, and then I want you to consider the actions that you took. So your mindset influences your actions, and then your actions created your circumstances. So this is proof, scientific proof, that you create your life. Your mindset influences your actions, and then your actions create your life. Because let's say you don't have an abundance mindset, for example, with opportunities, that you're afraid, like maybe you got laid off or displaced or whatever, and you're scared going into these interviews because you need something now, and maybe I just have to take this next one that comes because maybe there won't be another one. Now, if you had that same mindset, if you thought about, okay, what if I had that same mindset in this area of my life that is going great, you would say, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. I would never have this fear-based mindset in this area because I know opportunities are plentiful. And as a result, this influence of that mindset, this belief, influences your actions. And then you continue to take actions that help you reach the goals that you want to reach. All you have to do, and you can do this, and it takes work and it just takes practice. And we get better the more we practice something, is work to switch your mindset. Decide that you can choose that same positive abundance mindset and emotion for the areas in your life that are working, and apply them to an area that's not. And then, when the fear comes in again, when that old belief system comes in again, you just observe the uncomfortable emotion and the action that you might do in the past, and you choose a different one. And this is little by little how you can start to create change. I think that's all for this one. Let's see. Yeah, I just felt really inspired to talk about that today. So maybe somebody needed to hear it. Hopefully it was helpful. As always, I welcome your comments and questions. And if you got some value from the video, I really appreciate likes. And you're also welcome to subscribe to the channel for more tips on a lot of life coaching stuff here, obviously, but I'm an expert in the interview process, and hiring process, and career coaching. So lots of great information there. And you're also welcome to book a call on my calendar if you'd like to connect and see if some one-on-one support might be a good fit for you. And then I also have a resource on my website, Attract the Opportunity, with the interview. So you can check that out. There's more details on my website, amyleemiller.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and have a great day.